Hello Internet, and welcome back to another episode of Lux Invictus, my hardcore series where I have a collection of self-imposed challenges, including, but not limited to, the very pretty build I'm working on, and the fact that I cannot wear iron armor. Last episode, I ended having not actually finished the second floor of my base because it was taking too long, and I wanted to get an episode out to you guys in a reasonable amount of time. And without risking death by caving before I'd even finished episode 1. That's for where episode 2 comes in. And having taken the time between episodes to rest up, edit my previous episode, consider what I was doing, I find myself becoming increasingly less happy with the first story walls. They have some redeeming merit, and there's a chance that adding the second floor will make them look better, but I still feel like they are far too busy a design. With the birch, jungle, and andesite together, there's too many things going on in the wall, so I feel like there are improvements I could make to how the first floor looks. So I'll attempt to get that done in this episode, as well as putting a roof on and seeing whether or not that actually fixes up my design. Now let's bring Wolfie with me, because while my doggo can get killed in all sorts of interesting ways, doggo also beats skeleton in a fight, and I need that. I really need that, because my ability to actually win fights against skeletons is dubious. Now, I want you to be following so that when I open up this cave, and it's full of all sorts of nasty, scary things, I can just... Okay, I heard that sound effect. We are not heading into that cave. Because I cannot take on a witch. I mean, I could, but I don't think I'm that good. So, let's do a little bit of building. And of course, the witch is not going to despawn if I just continue standing around here. I would not be that lucky. And one thing that I think I am going to do to help fix up how much the outside of this base is bothering me is just make it so that I don't have quite as steep a foundation there without also having a little skirt wall, so that it actually pulls in by a block. I have got the spare cobblestone in abundance. And putting in that little skirting element will help make it look better and make it less secure. It's a trade-off. I get that this is hardcore and I'm supposed to be practical, but what even is the point of being practical if you sacrifice your aesthetic? These blocks need to be roof blocks, which means that whatever this floor is, that needs to be the roof color. And I don't think I want jungle wood on my roof. I might. It could work, and it would be a lot less expensive than the idea I currently had floating around about getting these little buzzy boys and filling it with honeycomb. Well, I'm still hearing Enderman noises, but I'm fine with the Enderbrow. I don't look at them, they don't look at me, it's all good. You know what, let's just keep going and see whether or not we find Death Cave or the ores I'm looking for. And I'm probably being mean to 1.18 caves by calling them Death Caves. But even after a bunch of caving in 1.18, 1.18 caves still scare me anytime I'm trying to do cave securing, rather than just run in and loot it for everything it's worth because I don't care and this isn't hardcore. Because I'm currently playing in hardcore, and that means that I'm playing it a little bit safer, and a little bit safer also means I get scared more easily, which is not a great combo sometimes. look, we finally found the cave. Thanks, I hate it. Am I actually emotionally prepared to go in there? No. Hardcore caves. And let's block that up. I don't think there's anything down there, but I can't deal with it. Well, I still have this at my back. Good boy. And we're going to just retreat a bit. Particularly because, Wolf's in danger. I'm in danger. And I keep hitting my wolf. So I need to tell my wolf to stay safe and somewhere, but also I don't have anything to heal it with. And third point, I don't want to leave this open. I mean, you know what, the odds of it getting up here successfully are worse than the odds of me getting murdered on my way to my bed up here, so actually, let's leave that at my back. And I should have just taken the staircase. There's the ladder. And it is now morning. It's nowhere near enough, but wolf feel better. That is a spider with potion effects, and I don't like it. And it's a spider that keeps following me. And I don't want to start that fight either. On the one hand, I don't want to start that fight. On the third hand, not starting that fight is going to get me killed on the next evening when the spider comes after me. On the third hand, though, I have a shield with relatively full durability and a dog. And the spider will be a problem. Well, that was scary, but basically functionally safe. Now let's go gather up some meat to heal up my dog before heading back down into the caves. And with my goodest boy feeling better, and me feeling a little bit better, we're gonna head back. Do I have 2 wandering traders? That's too many. Stop. One of you, go home. On the other hand, that's Cactus. Huh. That's actually some nice trades. And I know I just said we don't allow mere practicality to compromise our aesthetic around here. But I am going to move the bed out of the bedroom and down into the mine area a little bit, just so that I'm less likely to get jumped heading up to bed after having stayed all night in the mine. And there are no further enemies in this section of the cave. No, they're all down here. Well, that was an epic fail, but other than that... And down here we have my first actual andesite vein in this cave. Which is nice, given that andesite is something that I actually intend on using on my build palette, as opposed to incidental cobblestone that I can't get rid of fast enough. I just like having a tunnel down into the mines as part of my house, because it means that I don't have to worry about traveling from the mine to my house. A lot less getting lost to deal with, a lot less stress. Generally just a better time all around. Provided my wolf survived, that was fine. Mildly suboptimal in the fact that I think my wolf got hurt, but basically fine for dealing with getting trapped in a hole with a creeper. My backup technique needed work. Okay, and I'm just going to do something. And that something is take a break from caving. Because I need to relax and de-stress before I do something really stupid. Oh, for crying out loud. So we're going to seal that on up. And continue gathering andesite. This might work no better than my frustrations with the current setup. Grab more honeycomb. Excuse me, pumpkin patch? What do you think you're doing? How dare you stomp on other pumpkin? And let's start sealing up. And yet, see, I already like that wall better just because it pulls in a little bit. It's less busy on the color palette while being more interesting on the texture. Distinct improvement. It's not perfect, but it's good enough. Okay, that ruins my vibes. Ah, that's what's happening. You're trampling my crops, aren't you? Admit it! You crook. How dare. course, that's a little bit rougher than I want out of my walls, but you know what? More texture. Gives it character. That wall's going to have to be, more softly birch. Because I can't run that along over andesite, or over the fence. On the other hand, I can do that. Put those in. And just recycle a bunch of the birch from where it was stuck in my walls. Yep, I think I like this change. Alright, and my bed's no longer up here. My bed's somewhere even worse for trying to figure out where it is. Hiding in my inventory where I'll never find it. And if I'm too spooked and stressed to do cave mining, we can do a different flavor of cave mining. I hear the sound of thing in the water. Okay, I've located the thing in the water, and that no longer scares me. Because if it's not got an actual... How is that my first actual... Oh, right. Because I have been letting my wolf get all the actual kills around here. You know what? No copper versus no mobs. I will take neither of the above. And I know intellectually that the threshold of light level needed to get mobs to spawn has been reduced with 1.18. But in my heart and soul, light level 7 is still when I start getting things coming after me. And so anytime I start seeing shadows, I start reacting to them. And all this is a long-form way to say that that section of cave there keeps spooking me. Having put in those... Okay, and I still have most of the in-game day because I can't see where the sun is. Presumably. Oh no! No, never mind. I have almost none of the in-game day left. Let's head back to my base. Minecraft doggos are lovely, lovely things to have in a combat situation, but my god, they can be so stupid with regards to pathfinding. So, last season of Lux Invictus, I did Lava Bucket shenaniganery. This season, I will just have an MLG bucket instead, in case of emergency falling damage. And now, let's recover at least one glow lichen. And a lot of copper. Okay, and yep, that is definitely a lava lake. That wasn't glitchy walls, and no wolf, get away from the lava. Bad dog. Look, you only have to lose one doggo to it wandering into lava back in back in whatever version it was just introduced flower pots. To have lingering trust issues with Wolf AI for the entire rest of your Minecraft playing experience. Okay, you know how much that side of the cave, or that side of the area just makes me feel safer from having put in those torches? Because I'm definitely feeling the added light over there as opposed to the dark, ominous cave. Growing things, glow lichen. Well, actually, growing things, glow lichen. Where can I put you as a sneaky decoration on the outside of my build? It's not visible enough, and that's too visible. I'll figure it out. Oh, no, I think I figured out where I'm going to be putting this glow lichen. It can go on the roof. Okay, how much of a difference does just putting that in make? Not enough. It needs to overhang by at least a block. The question then becomes, what do I fill my walls with? You know what, actually, let's fill my roof with mostly the birch wood. And you know what? That copper is carrying across the same idea as the jungle, except brighter and better. I like it. Of course, for this to work with the copper, it's going to have to be mostly stairs, because this roof is mostly stairs by volume. And let's grab some ordinary cut copper blocks. That was not what I intended to do, but whatever. And let's convert a bunch of my birch planks to even more stairs, because as I said, we need more stairs around here. And I'm not going to place my beehives until I have placed enough of my upper story to know where I'd be putting them. I'm still not 100% convinced on the birch stairs here, but let's bring that across, and then if I decide I don't like it, I can tweak it later. So let's just make a couple little corrections that'll make this area look better. And ta-da! Even if it still needs a full facade and the extra copper bits there, that lantern already improves it so much. Well, we've still got a little bit more time before in-game night, and I should really figure out what I want to do with that section. I think I want to keep that line on across. I don't know what I'm going to do with that. And did I just see what I thought I saw? I might have, which means this could get very unpleasant very quickly. Yep, that's pillagers. However, I think that the distance across to that cave area is enough to despawn the pillagers behind me, so I'll just go gather some more copper and everything will be fine. And I will continue my streak of never actually finding a pillager, which is the best way of playing. And there goes my hardcore world. Because I cannot take on a trident round. Well, I guess there goes my hardcore world. You know what? I'm not even going to count that against this particular build layout. Because we're only like 2 sessions in and I haven't even finished my starter base. Rude, trident drowned! Rude! How dare you! And the pillagers are still there. Oh well. This is a very nice seed, and for people who are interested in the particular seed, you too can come out to -900 and have a very pretty lake. I'm not going to be going on quite as long a hiatus this time as I did last time after my hardcore world was destroyed, because while this was a very pretty seed and I had ambitious plans for a starter base, I didn't even finish my starter base. There's not enough investment here to be sad and angsty. So you might get to enjoy another video coming out soonish. Though I might pause on Lux Invictus to do a different sort of slightly less hardcore Minecraft series. So if you're interested in me exploring what semi-hardcore could mean in the context of modded worlds, check out Masquerade, the new series I will be posting after this, wherein every time I die, I have to begin an entirely new starter base and mega build project within the same world. Though of course, there's a possibility that enough deaths in, I'll re-roll back to one of the ones I've done before, and pick up where I left off. But for now, goodbye, Internet. There's nothing left in this jungle for you to find.